Hey there, this is Tom at Tom's Tech Show, and oh no, FEM-C-U alert! So today, gonna kind of go over just kind of the taken over by the female characters in Marvel, and how they're really trying to distance themselves and break away from all the male characters. Like, are we gonna, they're gonna try and make rumors of a all-female Avengers movie. We all know about, the Captain Marvel kind of travesty, that rumors of there being theaters that have been bought out. All screens have 25 seats that are bought with 25 no-shows, and people going to the theaters and having them be sold out. So it's I don't want to say a conspiracy, but there's something definitely kind of behind it, that they're forcing all of this female lead into our faces. And I mean, I don't mind a good, normal kind of female lead character. I mean, Wonder Woman was just an amazing film. It was, so good. You had a good male character who could stand on his own, and a great female character who stood on her own, and they complemented each other. And it wasn't about tearing either of them down. It was about support and bringing each other forward into the story. That's what I would want to see. But here we have, of course, an article about She-Hulk, and now they're trying to tell us that they're trying to change her origin, that she doesn't, need the help of Bruce Banner or anything else, that somehow she has to do it on her own because she's, a woman, and woman can't need any help from any kind of man or anything else. And then we have also, female Thor, who I'm sure this is going to be a story of how she doesn't need Thor. He's probably going to be, I'm imagining that Chris Hemsworth's going to be in like the first, 5 minutes of the movie, and then she's going to kill him off or something, and then off we're going to go, because we don't need the old male Thor. We only need the, female Thor. Then, and now we see the Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan, and who now it says, okay, Kamala Khan is a huge fan of superheroes, especially of Carol Danvers. So they're going to continue to throw this in our face. I mean, we already have it from Star Wars, throwing all the female characters in our face, taking characters and replacing them with, female characters, which I'm not against. Like I said, I'm not against a good female lead, but doing it just for the sake of being female and to denigrate all the males in the process, that's not what I want to see. I want to see complementary. I want to see working together. I want to see doing things together. And that's what really I like about, Black Widow and Hawkeye and their relationship that we didn't really get to explore much up until, Endgame a little bit, that they complement each other, that they're there for each other, that they're trying to, they have each other's backs. One isn't trying to destroy the other. One isn't just, the whole point of Wonder Woman being, or Captain Marvel being all powerful and no way to, I hate that. If it's a superhero, it has to have a weakness, has to have some way to, some flaw. I mean, Superman has kryptonite. Every character, in order to make that character interesting, needs a kryptonite. They need something, some kind of flaw. If they're really powerful, well, maybe they have family that someone can kidnap, and that's a flaw to them. That's going to be able to hurt them, because somebody can take and hurt their family, and then they have to make the decision of how to save their family, things like that. So, Captain Marvel, we get none of that. She I'll just blow stuff up. I'll just do this. I'll just do that. Whatever. I'll just fly off into space. That is so completely, utterly boring. I mean, I'm so glad they extra out of almost all of Endgame, because any more than we got, it would have made the movie horrible. And one more second, I think it would have, kept it from the billions of dollars that it made at the box office. I think that was the only struggle, is having her in it, that kept it from getting there faster. But all of these characters, all these female characters, continuing to tell men that, they're worthless, and, the identity politics, social justicing, and it just doesn't do much for people when they're watching them. There's a reason. My wife doesn't really, Mrs. Tech Show, she doesn't really care about the female characters that much. She likes the male characters. I like identifying with the male characters. So who really identifies with, these female characters? I don't know. I mean, if they're good, like I said, like Wonder Woman, good and interesting, then that's fine. That's really complimentary, and I'm really looking to 1984 and how that's going to turn out. I'm really hopeful for Black Widow. I know it got another writer, and they rewrote some stuff before they started filming, but how much, are they going to take, the, little social groups, for self-help and everything else? Are they going to take those and turn them into battles and fights? I don't know. So we'll see how that turns out. I'm really hoping that it's going to be good, because I think that's going to be the last of the actual good Marvel films, and actually probably the last of the characters that I really care about. Spider-Man, hopefully they're going to do another good Spider-Man movie, but as the more they're going to throw, these infinitely powerful, can do no wrong, Mary Sue, all these things in front of us, and especially men and young men, they're really not doing them a service. And I recently was watching a video by Tim Pool. He's a news guy. He's a little more left-leaning than I like, but he reports the news direct and straight. And here's an article: suicide rates for young men and boys are skyrocketing. Well, what are they being told? They're being told by the media and by movies that you're not worth anything, you need women to help you, women hate you, and we don't really want you. I'm not saying it's 100% correlation from one to the other, that Marvel movies is causing people to commit suicide, but it's the movement of the, this whatever round of feminism we're on that is really trying to wipe men out and doing it aggressively, that is causing that, and that is causing us to get all these female characters that are Mary Sue's and can do anything. So are they going to change? Are they going to realize any kind of connection there? No, of course not. I mean, I'm really just wanting so much for Marvel to step up the game and be able to move, a little bit away from it, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're just going to continue on that path. There are some other, Doctor Strange, and I have heard some things about, Falcon and Winter Soldier that are also horrible, that it's going to be more about how people are hating on the Falcon because he's African American and nobody likes it, and how he's just being oppressed, and it's all about, discrimination and racial hatred and blah, 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 garbage. I'm hoping it's not, but so far that I hear, that's going to be one of the major underliers of the thing. Again, the only ones spouting racism are the ones on the left, and that's, Anyway, I just want to say here real quick at the end that if because of all this, or anyone who is feeling in any way, please, if you have anything that's going on in your life and you need to talk to somebody, the National Suicide Hotline is there. Also, there's an app called Better Health. I think it says it's like, $40 for a week. Maybe that will be enough for you to get to talk to somebody if you're not feeling well or anything else. I think you can also go to many of your local churches and talk to someone there. Often that is free, and they would love to talk to you. If you're feeling depressed or having thoughts about not doing something wrong. All right. Okay. Well, that's kind of all I thought about this and the FEM-C-U alert that I made. I just realized going forward that this is only going to get worse. Star Wars is going to get worse. This is going to get worse. Um, I don't see anything coming back from it, and we're going to need to find other things that are, we want to watch, or just stop watching everything, or just go to YouTube and watch the things that you want to watch, right? And that's really the only way to tell them anything, is to not put your money there. So, and I don't know how long that's going to take, but we will see. All right. Well, thanks for watching this one. Take care.